Is it recording?
Yeah. Thank you. What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Taj. Today I have a declutter video for you, and I got the messy bun going on. So if you like messy buns, go ahead and like this video and share it. Let's go ahead and jump into the declutter. First of all, we're gonna start off with some things that I'm just flat out throwing away, things that are just hot garbage, old, and they've seen better days. Their expiration has long passed. A couple of those products are gonna come from the brand Honest Beauty. I actually really like this brand, and I've tried several things from them. We could talk more about that in a different video if you'd like. Just go ahead and leave that comment below if you guys are interested in learning more about Honest Beauty. However, here are two things from this particular brand that I really did enjoy. I like their packaging. It's kind of shiny, but I like it. I started to kind of keep the film that comes on top, the protective film, on it, just because I couldn't stand the fingerprints that would end up on there. But this is their Everything Cream Foundation. Actually, this is probably like the third or fourth one that I had. The thing that kept me from reordering this and continuing to make this something that I would have in my stash on a regular basis was simply the fact that I couldn't stand the way this would oxidize. The undertone and all that stuff seemed to kind of blend fairly decent, but the undertone ended up coming off a little bit more tan and a little less warm, or too warm even, than I needed it to be. Like you guys can see, I have right now I'm tanned, so I'm not normally this brown, which is, I'm loving this. This is really nice. Normally I'm a little bit cooler, and this was coming off a little bit too olivey. So for that reason, I stopped repurchasing this, but I really did enjoy this. And like I said, this was my third one. So clearly I did like the formulation. I like the coverage. And so, but it's time to say goodbye to this guy. So goodbye. Up next is the Honest Beauty Sculpted Medium Contour Plus Highlight Kit. I actually love this kit a lot, and I did get quite a bit of use out of it. It has a nice like large mirror up top, and these are the cream contour shades, and then there's a cream highlight right down here. This palette actually allowed me to kind of fall in love with cream highlights, because before I'd think, no, not touching a cream highlight, not my jam, not interested. And this actually made me really like cream highlights. So, and contours. As you can see, this one got a lot of love right here. Used it up practically. I hit pan on it. And this one, the one next to it was nice and deep, really good for contouring and kind of just chiseling out the jawline if you wanted to. And so got a lot of love out of this palette, but it has seen better days. It is old, and it's time to go ahead and just get rid of it. I have three blushes here. One is from Wet n Wild. It was I think it was either new or like a limited edition, and I tried something different. You know how that is. Sometimes you're like, you stick to the things that you know are gonna look good on you, and then sometimes you're like, oh, let me try something new and something different. This was one of those times that I tried something different, and no, I didn't like it. It's like a purple iridescent type color, and it just looked ashy on me. I didn't like it. I think it's something for a lighter complected person, so not for me. Next one, Rose Champagne. Beautiful shade, just a little bit too light. I think you need to be a little bit fair skin, a little more fair skin to wear this and pull this off. Something I hauled recently, and thank God I only paid $1 for it. This is the Beauty Benefits Hollywood Bronzer, and this is not a bronzer for me. It is way too light. I got this from the Dollar Tree, so no, trash. Also, I'm getting rid of the Wet n Wild bronzer, and this one is in the Ticket to Brazil. I had high hopes for this. It's actually really pretty, and I've only used it like one time, but it did not even show up on my complexion. Bronzers this shade usually show up, and so I had full confidence that this would work, and it didn't. So, gone. I got a Pixi pencil here. This is the Endless Silky Eye Pen from Pixi by Petra in Black Noir, and this is hot garbage. This thing bled all over my under eye. Like, you put it on your waterline and it ended up like all down here. I was so mad. My makeup looked a hot mess that day, and largely due to this Pixi by Petra eye pencil. So this is going into the trash. This formulation is way too creamy. If you're gonna make something this creamy, it needs to be waterproof, so it sits on the water line and it doesn't move. And I don't use these types of eyeliners enough on the top waterline to hang, or not top waterline, what is it called? The tight line, excuse me, to hang on to this. So I'm just gonna trash this. Next up, I have something from Almay. I don't purchase very many things from Almay or Almay, whatever however you pronounce it, very much at all. But I thought I'm gonna pick this up because it's kind of cool looking. It's a Goddess gloss, and I don't know, guys. I don't know what I was thinking. This is one of those just experimental moments, but look at this shade. It looks like an eye color, like something you put on your lid, but this is actually a lip gloss. I must have lost my mind for a whole 10 seconds because I don't know what I was thinking. This is just not my vibe. It's not my style. It's not something I would ever gravitate toward or pull out to wear. And where the heck am I gonna wear this? I mean, I spend 90% of my time at work. I can't wear this to work. I wouldn't want to wear it to work. So I don't know what I was thinking, but this is going to the trash. I might keep it so maybe my girls can like use it for like Halloween or something, you know, like when you do your Halloween makeup, this would actually be cute for that purpose. But other than that, I can't see anybody using this in my house. Next up, I have two bags here. I have one, it's an Ulta bag, and these are things that I'm giving away to like friends who this is gonna fit. And then this other bag here is the Container Store, and this is gonna be, these are gonna be things that I give away. These are brand new, these are not brand new. This one is actually, everything in here is actually going to my sister-in-law. She's a beginner in makeup, and so she's gonna get an opportunity to kind of play around with some of the things in here. So let's go through this bag first, and then we'll go through the Ulta bag next. So you know, at this point in the game, when you've been wearing makeup for as long as I have, and you have as much, and you play around with so many different brands, you kind of have to start getting to a point where you know what you like, you know the quality that you appreciate, and you kind of stick to that. And so I'm definitely there. And so I went through my stash and I had to take a hard look because I do declutter like every 6 to 12 months. I will kind of just go in there, get rid of things and move it out. Even if I don't replenish, I'm just decluttering. I need to get rid of things. And I do that with clothes, and I do that with my makeup, and I kind of do that throughout the house in general. But this time I took a really, really hard look at my stash. And so here are some things that I just really needed to say goodbye to. So these are 3 of the Color Icon eyeshadow palettes by Wet n Wild. These have a cult following. This one right here was a dupe for something, and people went on and on and on about it. This one is Drinking a Glass of Shine. One of my favorites. I wore this thing constantly when I first purchased it. So I've definitely gotten some good love out of it. It has great shades in there that are everyday. And then the Comfort Zone palette, I can't even believe that I'm saying goodbye to this one, but it's time for it to go. Oh my gosh, the colors are so pretty. Oh no, I might keep it. Oh, and then Petal Pusher, which are some beautiful mauves and rose type colors. And my sister-in-law, like I said, she's a beginner, so these are going to be really good for her in her, you know, as a starter kind of kit. And next up is one of the Wet n Wild blushes. This is Mellow Wine. I think this is going to be really pretty on her complexion. Look how gorgeous that is. Isn't that pretty? I was going to do this, but what am I doing? I don't know. Okay. A contour palette by City Color. This one looks like that. These 2 shades over here she'll definitely get some use out of. I never used that white. I don't know why people still make white powders. I mean, there's just so many other options now. I don't understand the purpose of that. This is something recent, something that I purchased within the last 3 to 6 months, and I just was not impressed with the quality. I don't know what it is about Smashbox eyeshadows and like face complexion palettes. I'm not impressed. I don't like them, but I do love their foundations, so I don't know. Foundations are great, but when it comes to complexion products, I feel like they really need to kind of work on that. Well, the foundation is a complexion product, but I mean bronzers, blushes, that type of thing. And so I picked this one up. This was from their Ablaze face palette. This was a blush and bronzer and highlight palette, and it has a nice mirror up top. As you can see, I did get some use. I mean, I really gave this thing a go. I wanted this to work because I was so attracted to the colors, but they just didn't translate. The pigmentation wasn't there for me. I feel like for the price of this, and I'm glad that I actually got this on sale, otherwise I'd be pretty upset. The highlighter didn't have good staying power. The best thing in this entire palette was this orange blush, but still, I mean, I just felt like it should have delivered more punch, and it just didn't. So bye. Next up is another Smashbox product. It looks like this, and I picked this up from Ulta like a month and a half ago. Same thing. I wore this. I took this on my vacation about a month ago that we went on, and I got some good eye looks out of it. They were pretty, but they were basic, nothing special. And so I thought, again, very underwhelmed by the intensity of these shadows. And so this is really good for someone who's starting out. These are great everyday colors. You've got some green, you've got a very muted mustard in here, and some just really pretty lid shades. So I'm gonna pass this on to my sister-in-law. She should get some good use out of it. This is another Honest Beauty product. This is the Falling For You makeup palette. It's got a bunch of stuff in here. It looks like this. It has very pretty packaging, so she'll love that. And a nice decent sized mirror up top. And then right here you have two cream products, lip products, and then you have a cream blush that is brand new. I have not touched it. And then you have these shadows over here that I have played with and used. The problem that I have with this particular palette is the stiffness of the shadows. And I know that Honest Beauty is a natural product line, so some of the ingredients that make eyeshadow smooth, they don't necessarily use. But there are other brands out there that have very smooth and easy to apply eyeshadows that are clean makeup brands, so no. Another one is from Pacifica, and excuse me, this one is the natural mineral eyeshadow palette. This one has some fun colors in it, and I've had it for a while and I've used them. They're beautiful shades, but I have others now that, like I said, kind of just amp up. They're like they're amped up versions of these, so I feel like it's time to say goodbye. This one is going to be a really pretty, like, either brow bone shade or inner corner highlight shade, and then these are going to be pretty lid colors for her, and then this one would be really nice on the lid or even smoking out your lash line. So there's some things she'll be able to do with that. I have one more Wet n Wild palette, I think. This is the Naked Truth palette. Really loved this, and I mean loved this bone color right here, because there's a major dip in it. That color right there, that shade, I use that all the time when I first got this palette. So hopefully she gets some good shade or some good fun out of this one, because the other ones are like practically untouched. Just that one, like I would go into that one, I'd put it all over my lid, and I'd get like the most wonderful nude. I don't know, I might keep this one because I really just loved washing that all over my lid, and then I would just kind of hit the crease with a deeper shade, like that nice brown in there, and it would just give me the prettiest warmth to my eyebrows, or to my eyelids. So I actually might keep this one. I think I might keep this one. I'm keeping this one. Next up, I have only three of the individual eyeshadows. These are just eyeshadows by themselves. These are from the brand The Balm. The Balm has super cute packaging, and I got a lot of these in beauty kits. And I just don't pull for single shadows really anymore. I go for a palette. I want the palette to cover just about every single thing I need it to do, especially if I'm going to work. I don't have time to look for 6 different shadows. That doesn't mean I don't use them. It just means that I don't pull for them often. This one is the Meat Matte, and I think this one is just a deep chocolate brown. Very, very, very dark brown. Very pretty color. Great to smoke out a lash line or to add some depth to your to the outside of your eyelid. And so this is going to be nice. And this one is one of my favorites. I had a hard time saying goodbye to this one. I mean, really, I don't know. I still might hang on to it, but this is beautiful. I wore this one all the time when I first got it. This one is a great all over the lid shade. This is called Life's a Beach. I mean, just how much fun is that? Oh, gosh. And then Hot Mama is going to be so nice. She could take all 3 of these these little individual shadows and create a look with them. This is a really pretty peachy color. It's gonna be so pretty. She can do it on, you know, throw it on her lid or as an inner corner highlight. We've got an eyeshadow topper and one more individual eyeshadow from the brand called Nomad. It's an intense eyeshadow. It is gorgeous. And this is gonna be so pretty on her. It is unused. It has never been loved on. And look at that gold. Pow. I mean, yes, that is beautiful. Oh, that's gonna be really pretty on her. Next, we have an eyeshadow topper from, let's see, Ciate. This is the Eye Luster Cream eyeshadow, and it is a stunning color. I've gotta say, I think I might keep this out. Tatiana, I'm sorry. I might keep this one. This is, this is so pretty. Look at this. It's hard to see like that, but look at, see that? It's an eyeshadow topper. So you kind of have to like, and this is kind of why I wanted to get rid of, I hate the formula. I don't like the formula. I don't like the way it has to be applied. But can you see that? Can you see that? I don't know if you can see that. But it is beautiful. It is a gorgeous lavender shade. And how you would use this is put on your shadow as you would normally put it on. Put on your eyelid color, your lid color, put your crease color in. I would put my crease color in after I put this on top, but you basically just go in and you tap it on top of what your regular shadow, and it just tops off the shadow by giving it a little bit extra glitz and glam, which is why it's so sparkly. So it's something she'll be able to play with. It is a stunning color. It's gonna, if she can pull it off properly, it'll have a great, it'll be beautiful. I mean, I myself would throw it right on top of Hot Mama, and that purple and pink together would create like the most beautiful shift you've seen. So, I mean, I think it would be hot. We have a pretty iridescent blush from Kaleidoscope Cosmetics. It's a really pretty blush. It'll look really nice on her skin tone. We've got a really pretty Diamond Glow powder. I would definitely use this more as a highlight for people of color. I think if you are fair skin, you could kind of use this a multitude of ways, but I myself would stick to this in as a highlighter only. And it is so pretty. I really wanted this to work. I tried so hard, and I'm not even gonna tilt that because it's gonna be a mess. I'll just show you the cap. But it is really, really pretty. Let me see if I can grab a little bit out of here for you. See that right there? Right there. We have the Honest Beauty, let's see, this is their Invisible Blurring Powder. It's a translucent powder, so I'm gonna pass that on to her. And we've got the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. Great little size for a beginner. It's nice and small. She'll get lots of, you know, you guys know this thing lasts forever. She'll have it until she's 50. Slight exaggeration. And let's see, we've got another highlighter. It's called Afterglow. And who is this by? Oh, Pure Cosmetics. It came in one of my kits. It is not used. I did swatch it when I first got it, and it is a great, like, it's gonna be hard to see because of the light. Let me see if I can take it out of this little packaging. But it's gonna be a really nice wash of color when you just want a real natural highlight and you're not trying to like do too much. So yeah, because this is like the most pretty natural glow. And that's it right there. And the only reason why I didn't keep it is because when I want a natural glow, the first thing I reach for is for Gilded Honey by Laura Geller. It is gorgeous. And so for that reason, I reached for that. So I didn't feel like there was a need to hang on to this one, but it is really pretty. We have 3 loose eyeshadows from Milani. This one is Bella Mandarin, and it's a satin matte. Really pretty. I think some of these, like the ones that have glitter in them or reflective properties, you can wet them. 2 more that I think she'll love, especially the second one I'll show you. But the other one is Bella Taupe. Every girl needs a nice taupe eyeshadow, right? And this one is called Bella Rouge. This one is Bella Mandarin, and it's a satin matte. Really pretty. Next up is some MAC. I've got, yes, I know, I can't even believe I'm giving MAC away. Like, I just feel like I'm cheating. It's weird. Okay. So before we get to the MAC, we actually have an Sephora eyeshadow. It's from Aspen. What? We have a Sephora eyeshadow. It's in the shade Aspen. That's the name. It is a really beautiful iridescent pearl white. And it's a great inner corner highlight. This was my favorite, hands down, inner corner highlight for like 6 years. And I'm gonna say goodbye to it because there's so many new ones now, but this is a beautiful one. Next up, some MAC shadows are Gleam in the Luster category. It's a really pretty soft peachy pink. And then we have Honey Lust, also in the Luster category. Lusters have a lot of shine usually. So these have lots and lots of glitter and reflex. And then we've got Gold, Gorgeous Gold. Gorgeous Gold's gonna look really nice on her. That is in the Volux Pearl category. And then Honesty is in a Luster as well, and it's just a really pretty taupe. If she took this taupe by Milani that is called Bella Taupe and Honesty and put them together, she'd have a really beautiful taupe look. I mean, I love taupe. I think it's so pretty. It's a great everyday eyeshadow look. Then we have Belize. This is a Bordeaux. This is a lip product. It's brand spanking new. It's in the box. I haven't swatched it. I haven't done anything to it. It is just new and it's gonna be hers. And it's gonna be a really pretty color on her. I'll just show you the top. That's what the color looks like. So pretty. So that's that for all of the things that are going to my sister-in-law. So let's go ahead and jump into the things that are going to other folks that I know. I have a couple coworkers that I'm gonna hand these over to. They are lighter complected. They're, you know, fair skinned, so it's gonna look better on them. And these are new products. Aside from maybe a little tiny finger swatch, I have not touched them. I have not put them on my face. This is from the brand Pretty Vulgar. And this is their Shimmering Swan highlighter. I wanted this to work so bad, but I just could tell right away this was not gonna work. It is beautiful though. So, so pretty. So, so pretty. You can't even see the beauty in the pan, and I'm not gonna swatch it, but it's pretty. And I love the packaging. It has that kind of Victorian vintage looking packaging that I liked. And it's plastic. Next up is, let's see, Vital Advanced Organics. This is it says phenomenal up to 10 days. It's called, I guess the thing is called, no. Oh, here we go. It's an organic tan infused cloth for your face and body. I do not tan for obvious reasons, so someone else can get some good use out of this. And I suppose these are pricey because these came in my Allure box. So someone's gonna get a nice little tan. I have a Deck of Scarlet all over face gloss. I would never put this on my face. And it is more like a highlighter. It is kind of blue. That's not my jam. I actually might just give this to my girls and let them play around with it because it seems so juvenile to me. I don't know that I have any friends or know anyone that would whip this out and wear it, so. Next up is the Hairspray. It's a hairspray, texturizing hairspray from Kwai. They seem to be all over the place and making quite a splash in hair care. And I got this in my Allure Beauty blocks, in my Allure Beauty box, but I'm never gonna use this. I don't use hairspray, so pass it on. I have something from the brand Laritzi. This is their Honeydew Illuminator pot. It's a cute cream illuminator, but I'm never gonna use this. It's beautiful though. It's a really pretty coral shade. So somebody's gonna get some fun use out of that. It has to be someone that likes cream makeup though, so I don't know. Let's see, next up, Laura Geller. This is the Incredible Waterproof Gel Liner in black. I actually might just pass this on to Tatiana and give this to my sister-in-law. So it says it's waterproof, hopefully it is. I have the Appeal Holographic Lip Gloss. This is not my speed. It has like that, I don't know, that like shift. It has like purple pink reflex in it, and it's like kind of a clear, almost white gloss. That's just not my jam, so I'm never gonna use that. Pass that on. It looked really pretty though on a fairer skin tone, I think. And then I have a, ooh, I dropped it. Sorry. I have a Laritzi lip pencil in the shade Bare. That's definitely not gonna work on me. I mean, you probably can't even see that, but it is, trust me, very bare. It is lighter than my lips, and no, we're not doing that. So we're gonna pass those on. So those are just, these are the things, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 things that will go to a friend, and then a lot of things that are gonna go to my sister-in-law for her to play with. And we just only have a few things that are going to the trash. But all in all, we created some new space for other fun things that we'll try. Okay guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you in the next one. That wraps up my declutter video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you have any comments or anything for me, leave them below. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.